Oh, y'all. I forgot how to get in the live. I don't know if this is a new live or an old live I had already set up, honey. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Ugh. You can tell I don't go live like that. Let me see now. Hold on. Is this the live I started? Is this the live? Oh. Hi, D. Hi, Kay. Y'all. I don't know if this is the live I already set up or is this a brand new one, baby? I don't know. Oh, I forgot how to go back into a setup live. That's how I just. Oh wow, Carla. Hi, FL. You know I don't go live that often, honey. And I brought notes. I brought notes. I brought the notes. Let me see. What is this live title? Oh, I don't want to touch nothing. Oh, I don't want to touch nothing. I don't want to touch nothing. But honey, we here to talk about seafood salad. We here to talk about baby mamas. Thank you. We here to talk about the street girl. We here to talk about the streets, honey, because I've been watching. I've been watching. I told y'all I don't talk about Peach like that. But I will come on live when she don't act a fool. When she don't act a damn fool, I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna talk about it. We gonna discuss it. We're gonna discuss as much as I can remember. Now I got notes. So I want to go through some of my notes. Now y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you, KN. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I have been watching. I know there are other lives going on. I'm not going to worry about that because I was just in another live. But I'm going to post this and I'm going to leave it up so that people can come back and watch it later if they want to hear my commentary on how Peach has interrupted people's spirits. And she loves it. And she loves it. She absolutely loves it, you know, because she's a joy stealer. Or some people might even say demon. No, she's not a demon. But she might be. But so let's talk about what has happened over the last, how long has this been going on? 2 weeks? 2, 3 weeks? Let me catch you up. But of course, you know, I'm going to throw my mental health spin on it. Hey, Pink. I'm going to throw my mental health spin on it. And some of this will be repeated information. This is why I really don't talk about Peach anymore because her content is sickler. It's the word. It's the cycle. It goes in a circle. It goes in a circle. But for people who really don't know her, who haven't watched her, it's all new information. But we got some more information because some more characters had come out because it's a circus. So some more people has been added to the circus. And so we want to talk about a little bit about what they add to the nonsense. So let's start at the top. Something triggered Peach. And she began her normal, I'm about to drag my family content. Hey, Elevated. And so she started with her sisters. And normally the sisters really ignore her. We're talking about the daddy's, Pete the Meat's daughters that Pete has always been jealous of. Allegedly. All of this is allegedly because we don't know these people. They ain't our family and we don't really care. But we going to talk about it since they want to bring it to the internet. So Peach was talking about her sisters, Then she brought up my ad, and I said, wait a minute now, bitch. Yo, I'm not cussing. I'm trying not to cuss because I'm going to try to leave this up. If I get too bad, I might have to private it, but I'm not going to cuss. We're going to discuss this like intellects. So then she brought up my ad, and I wanted to take her mouth. Ooh, you know how your mom used to pull your lips? I wanted to pull her mother. Ooh, I wanted to take her mouth to ever talk about Ed like that. Now, y'all be nice because Ed might come in here. So we got to. So anyway, then she started getting on Tracy. Now, Tracy, you got your own segment on my paper. You got your own segment on my paper. Ha! We're going to get to Tracy. We're going to get to Tracy. But for right now, let's get to facts. So Peach, Peach started even talking about her stepdad. Now, I need to talk about that a little bit too because Lynch Mob, you left... Hey, entertainment you love. Lynch Mob, you left kids back in St. Croix or Thomas or somewhere in the Caribbean and didn't look back and help Tracy raise her kids. How effing dare you? So we gonna talk. Peach done did that too. Then of course she talked about Pete the Meat. She dragged Pete the Meat for Phil. We gonna talk about why you over here dragging your dead daddy again. And then Woods' baby mama. I got to dissect Woods' baby mama, the one who had her first baby at 12 years old. That needs a dun 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 dun. 12 years old. 12 years old. Girl, you would have went to the chop shop so fast if you was my child. Your head would have spun. You would have woke up and wouldn't been pregnant again. Bitch. Ain't no damn way. And then I'm going to let you have a baby by some little dusty boy down the street that decided to hump on you. Girl. oh, God, never. That's what Pete said. He left the bastard. Oh, exactly. So we going Lynchwood, you might have to get it in this too. Daughter is about to spill all the tea tonight. What time? And on what channel? So we got to hurry our nonsense up. Wood's daughter, y'all, Wood's daughter. Who is she coming on Roxy's channel? Because I know Roxy about to have the baby mama on her channel. That's why I wanted to check to make sure I ain't interrupt that. Because, honey, I'm going to be in that. Still posting and taking every day. She's loving the sky. First of all, baby mama, her dates and times ain't adding up. Her dates and times are not adding up. Now, you got your time stamped together. You got pregnant at 11. Y'all, what? Ain't they in middle school at 11? Middle school, like 6th grade? 6th grade. Now, I ain't going to hold you. Back when I was in middle school, Tammy, I ain't outing you, but Tammy, my friend Tammy, back in the day, she had twins at 11. I don't know how she got twins out of an 11-year-old coochie. I could never tell you, but she did. One died, I think. So we know that happens. Now, they saying Wood was 14. That would have made him in high school. But let me tell you something. We know Wood is slow. So somebody could be chronologically 14, but their mindset, their mental age was probably, let's give Wood 10. So he was in his adolescence. He wasn't the hunch, but his mind was at like a 10. Hell, when Peach met him, he was talking crazy to her about sex. So we know that somebody sexualized Wood very early on in his pre-adolescence. Pre-adolescence, Wood was already hunching, and he been hunching ever since. It's almost disgusting. It's like an animal. So anyway, so Peach, everybody was like, Peach, you manic. Peach, you manic. Put the phone down. Stop. Baby mama said allegedly he lost a child too. Oh, he was like a wild dog running through the neighborhood. You know how every neighborhood got a wild dog named King, and King be hunching on everybody's dog, everybody's female dog, all they puppies end up looking like King. That was Wood. He was like a wild, untrained dog hunching, breaking his chain. Like, they had you chained in the yard. He would break the chain and then just go hunch on anybody that he could hunch on. He's very disgusting in that way and still is. So, anyway, the baby mama now, I'm going to need her to get her story together. Once he found out that Wood could do, he couldn't stop. Once he found out what it could do, he couldn't stop. He's like an animal. He's an animal. He's like an animal. So anyway, baby mama, we're going to listen to more of her because she going live every day. I haven't seen her over there on TikTok, but I just wait for somebody to bring it over here to YouTube, and then I get all into it and crack up laughing and look at it like. But you know what was interesting? Remember how Peach tried to spin the narrative that Wood didn't know this girl, Wood never talked to this girl, the baby, Wood only saw the baby when the little girl was 11 years old. Lies. That was all lies. That girl probably only lived up the street. When you 14 years old, how far can you really get? You know he ain't have no car. He ain't have shit. So he hunched in the neighborhood. So that little girl lived right down the road. And that's how, and she probably, once she had her baby and she could walk again, she pushed that baby in a stroller right down the street to Wood Mama's shack. Peach words. And so, that little girl was bringing that baby around. Here go your baby, Wood. Here go the baby. She did that. She was a little girl in a little girl mindset. You think she ain't go find the father of her baby? That was probably down the street playing baseball, kicking rocks and shit in the dirt. Of course she did. That's why they got into that fight when Wood bought everybody in the neighborhood some when the ice cream man came. Now y'all picture this. Now the ice cream man is outside. Wood done gathered up a few dollars. I don't know where he got it from, but his Social Security check had came in. And so when he got his SSI check, Mama probably gave him $20. He didn't know that the check was $600. So Mama, every first of the month, would give Wood $20. This is me making this up, but I know this is what happened. And so when Mama gave him the $20, he didn't know how to save money then. He don't know how to save money now. He took the $20. The ice cream man came down the street, and he was bawling because he had his $20 SSI cuckoo check in his pocket. And so he started buying everybody candy. I mean, the ice cream. Here come his little daughter. Here she comes down. I pray the girl's normal because having a baby at 11 years old, I just can't see it. But anyway, so here she come. Dad, can I have some ice cream? Wood like, bitch, get out of here. I don't know you. Meanwhile, that's his whole daughter. That's his whole daughter. And Wood like basically told her to get the hell out of here. So she went down the street to get her mama, who was only 14, 15. And then the mama come down the street and said, Wood, what she call him? What's Wood's real name again? I can't remember. Wood, why the cuckoo jack? Wood, why you not buying my baby? That's your daughter. At this point, there was no DNA. And Wood is a child. He's a child. He's a little chihuahua running around the streets, humping everything. He don't know. All he knows is his mom just gave him $20. She gave him $20 every month. Gregory. Thank you, y'all. Because she calls him by his government name, Gregory. So then Gregory, so it went on like this for years. 4 years. They never got the DNA. Mind you, she's a little girl. She don't know how to go to the DNA place and get no DNA. She don't know how to do that. And her parents apparently weren't watching. Because I don't give a damn what the semester that she was in. That baby would have been. My 11-year-old ain't pushing out no baby. Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. By some huncher down the street? No. That ain't happening. And I'm going to whoop your ass. So that's the baby mama. Let me see now. Wait a minute now. Okay, we got that out. Anyway, I'm gonna need her to get her dates and stuff. I wonder how long it took him to learn to spell his name. High school. High school. He probably was always forgetting the G in the middle. He was just putting Greg Ori. That's why they changed it to Wood. Wood was easier to spell. Just make this, put two eyeballs in between and a D, even though his D always was a B. So his always looked like Woob. Woob. Turn it that way, you dipstick. Anyway, but Peach out here bragging on that. Oh God, did we get on her real good? We can circle back because I got to talk about Tracy. Tracy. Now let me tell you something. Tracy, from what we understand, don't listen to me. I'm foolish. From what we understand, Tracy did try to get Peach away from Wood. How she fucked up. Be quiet. That's what's up. Be quiet, little boy. How she messed up was she should have used reverse psychology on Peach. She should have. Well, wait a minute now, y'all. Peach did say her mom tried to hook her up with somebody else. By that point, she was already. And your Ed getting on social media. Okay, we're going to get on Ed in a minute. You know, I ain't going to do too much. But I'm going to get on Ed in a minute. I wish I had Ed's phone number. Y'all going to work on that. I'm going to work on that. I need to talk to my Ed. I really need to talk to my Ed. But don't be at Tracy's house, because don't. Okay, but anyway. So, she tried to talk Peach out of fucking around with this hunching, out of control, nasty, little dusty, ashy, intellectual disability, stinky, ballsy, dicky little boy down the road. She did. But Peach being Peach, thinks she doing her big one, wanted Wood so bad. And now look at you. You got him. Huh. You got him, girl. You got him. So let's talk about Tracy and this seafood salad. Now listen, Tracy. Let me tell you something. Let me start by saying this. I can't cook. I can't cook. It ain't nothing I make that I could sell. I wouldn't even. I deboed my family this weekend and made them eat that egg boil. And they drugged me for filth. I didn't even put it on. Now, the one thing my set family gonna do is tell me the truth. I might release the footage. I might not. But the fuck if they gonna tell me the shit is good because I'm deboing them. How was it? It was good. Hey, taste it. Let me tell you something. Hey, Tracy. You can't kick my ass because I ain't in Tampa and you ain't coming out where I live. When something is good, and I'm not saying it's not good. Everything is not for everybody. But if something is good, I'm going to devour it. Even the two ladies that gave you a shimmy dance, they only ate a spoonful of it. Hi, lovely. She got tooted up in the air, too. She said she got... I don't even want to talk about it. Tracy nasty. Tracy is over-sexualized. Her daughter is over-sexualized. That's what happens when you essayed. You either, for most people, they become women overly sexualized or they retreat in themselves and they don't want to be touched. Tracy wants to be touched. But anyway, back to the salad. So, of course, the people that talk about Tracy, everybody's like, oh my God, it looks so dry. Oh my God. Whatever. I can't break that wine glass. I saw her. She want to throw it. Oh, yeah, she want to throw it. Tracy probably will punch a hole through that wall if you let her. That's why Anywho, so Tracy and this egg salad, my question is, Now, the economy is not good. We all know the economy is not that great. It's definitely not that great when you got a gambling addiction, allegedly. When you got a gambling addiction. So, you know, I don't know why she out there selling food. I don't know why this is being pushed. I don't know. Then she said, Tracy, you said you had a license. I'm not going to investigate what it takes to get a license in Tampa. But, and however, anybody that I ever known that sold hood plates didn't have no license. We don't need no license when your food is good, okay? I would buy a plate out of somebody's trunk if it's good. So miss me with the license shit. Unless it's an easy thing to get. I don't know. Usually to get a license to sell food, you need safe certs. You need a lot of paperwork behind being able to sell food because you got to have your food at the right temperature. At the right temperature, honey. I know I was looking all around people's heads. I wanted to see how the food was being kept. Is it in a cooler? Is it on hot plates? Like how is it being kept? Either money for the ER care. Wait a minute, who going to the ER? So I don't know about that. Salmonella and seafood salad. Oh girl, the way I probably shit myself before I even got home. Just oh shit. And you ain't trying to tell Tracy, who was gonna tell you that the food was nasty? Nobody, not even Kenny that I put on the Kenny, who looks to be homeless. He had on a cute little dinner dress, but Kenny looked to be homeless. And this nigga ate a teaspoon of it and walked away. It's good, Miss Tracy. Kenny, I'm going to knock them bandu knots out your head if you don't tell the truth, Kenny. It was good. Because everybody out there scared of Tracy, so she debo everybody. You better say it's good. I don't know if it's good or not. I can't cook. I don't know if it's good. I hope it's good. I can't get my turkey wings to get right at all. So when I watched that YouTuber who was out there and she picked off a little piece of that turkey, it looked like it held together. She took a nibble of, let me tell you something. If I get my hands on a good turkey wing, I'm going to devour it. Let me tell you something. I'm going to do that, a turkey wing. I'm going to take that turkey wing. I'm going to start here on my favorite part, that little clip part. And I'm like, bones, baby. I'm a nibble. It's good. The seasoning is there. I can taste the seasoning. Yeah, you got that. It's tender. Somebody throw this motherfucker in the garbage. Woo! Girl, these people are crazy. Why nobody showed the empty container? Because they're not eating it. Yes, Shirley, are we dumb? I just can't stand when people come on the internet and act like we're dumb. We can count. We know the laws. We know what's up. Kenny didn't even know what to call it. Is this seafood? Mutton food? Cat food? What the fuck is this? Tracy? Go and get it. Kenny, like I said, I'm going to knock them bantu knots off your head. You don't stop that damn lying. Hey, Teresa. She said she went down in the prices. We know why. Yeah, you went down because now you got a refrigerator full of that shit. And how long does the FDA say that you could keep seafood salad in your refrigerator? You wouldn't fucking know because you don't have no safe certificates that you need in order to get a license. Are we dumb? Good damn sense, Cheryl. Good damn sense. Ah. Don't lie. Just say you selling shit like my aunt used to have a illegal cigarette shop out of her apartment. Just say that shit. Until the police dragged her up out of there. But anywho, girl, we black folks, we know how we make side money. Now I could never, because y'all know I can't cook. Ain't nobody buying my shit. Have the money to keep purchasing food from her. We need all our coin, all of it. And I know that's her hustle, and that's cool. Get your hustle on. But you can't debo people into buying your food. If your food is good, you ain't even, all you got to do is put the call out. Woody woo! Once you, woody woo! They coming. They coming. Period. Wooty woo. And they coming. You ain't got to go through all that. You ain't, how is it? You like it? You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do that. And yes, Creasy has a clean kitchen. But I don't ate out of people with questionable kitchens, and the shit was good. I said, fuck it. They cooked it. I ain't gonna get sick. They cooked it. Ciao. All right. Let's talk about my Ed. Now let's be careful because Ed could be listening. He might come in here. So if he come in here, y'all know all due respect. But Ed, goddamn it, some of the clips that I saw, straight to rehab. Straight to rehab. Straight to rehab with some of your mama's chicken salad in your rehab bag. Straight to rehab. Don't you come on Beyonce's internet acting a fool like that. You ain't helped the situation. Helping the situation is to come on my channel so that we can talk in front of everybody. But you ain't helping the situation. You out here ready to take a punch to the face for somebody who ain't gonna take no punch to the face for you. Now they said he was defending Drea. Drea, I don't know what's going. Drea's a saint to be able to ignore some of this shit. We come in peace elevated. Ed needs to go to rehab, speech therapy. Ed loves Peach. Let's just be. Ed loves his sister. He's always been the one to run to her rescue. This is breaking his heart. But and however, Ed, you can't I don't want to see you get popped or assaulted for somebody who wouldn't take a punch for you. She just wouldn't. She's mad at you because what Peach wanted was Ed to talk shit about Tracy, leave Tracy and go to her and so he could be her slave over at her house. That's what that was. And when Ed said, I'm not choosing you over mama, she got mad. I don't believe I don't believe Drea would sleep with Ed. I think Drea, although she grew up in the environment, she wouldn't let a mutt, a huncher, a weirdo, a dusty, crusty from the neighborhood hunch on her. If anything, she might have been hunching like her mama on the dope boys. You know, somebody with a little picture. Remember Pinky from Friday? That would be more her style. Like Pinky had money. She's more the dope boys would like her. The dope boys. She wouldn't mess with a crust bucket like Wood. He's dirty to her. So no, I ain't gonna put that on Drea. Nah, nobody wanted Wood but that girl what's the girl name that's Wood's first baby mama? That's about it. And she was just a little girl. She probably was a little fat girl in the neighborhood. Would start touching her. I don't even want to imagine what that poor baby went to, because she doesn't say. Drea is a fictional character. She doesn't say anything. You see her in the background. She's minding her business. Even when Peach and her were friends, you could tell Peach was jealous of her. She's not for any of it. Any of it. Since they came out of the same 600. Yes. She's slow. Because if she ever thinks she's going to keep throwing dates out to us that don't match, she's on the wrong internet. This is Beyonce's internet. We know how to count. I don't think you knew how old Greg was. Little girl, you were so young. I don't know if you knew Wood's last name. I don't. You probably didn't. You just know that was Dirty Greg up the street. That's all. It ain't no fuck way I would have let my baby have no baby by Dirty Greg up the street. Mm-mm. 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 And said she was a baby. She was a baby. A baby. And you think that was their only time hunching? They hunched for years after that. That was somebody that Wood could go hunch when nobody else was around. Everybody else said, lock your daughters in the house. Wood's outside. Everybody's daughters got locked in the house. She already was damaged. And so he can come down there and hunch on her whenever he wanted to. Apparently, Mama wasn't watching. And then had the nerve to deny her, but yet keep calling her. How she know Wood's phone number? I just saw her on a live and she was like, y'all want me to call Wood? How you know Wood's number 20 years later? Oh, because y'all still be talking. She was just a little baby. She was a baby. And I'm a child, get off the internet because you ain't giving me enough. You gave us a little bit and it helped to build the story because Pete's been lying all these years about your role in Wood's life. But overall, let me just say this too. Peach got exactly what she wanted from all of this. Exactly. P, what's your psychological view of Wood? Is there trauma there with him? All the kids, no job, no motivation. Wood is slow. He's always lived off of SSI. He's just lazy. Even when he had his little cleaning business, when you autistic, all autistic people got a special interest. His is cleaning. He likes the textures of the water. I ain't trying to be funny. But he likes the texture of the water. That's why he likes to clean and do those sorts of things. But he's not going to do it for long because he's lazy. And he has an addiction. And he has an addiction spirit. And he's probably addicted to sex. And he's probably addicted to a lot of other things. And I think he's a little sweet too. But that's just my opinion. He has a lot of mental health issues. Intellectual disability, can't spell, can't write, can't sound, can't do a lot of things. But Peach want us to think, you wrote a song about that nigga? Ah! You wrote a song about that nigga? You wrote him a song. You wrote him a song. My God, today. Wait a minute now, y'all. Let me go back. He does clean well. Yeah, because he likes textures. That's why he likes to clean, likes to play in the water. He playing in the water. It's changing greatly. It's not going to last forever anymore for young people. And a lot of kids, it be their parents that keep them on SSI. I don't work with many kids who get SSI and they want to work. They want to move on with their life. They ain't trying to live off of that little check. Wood mom kept him on that little check because that's how she made extra money, which made him lazy. That's what Peach put everything in her name, not to mess up his SSI. And then it was confirmed that they was getting food stamps. Girl. Wood was getting his own food stamps because of his SSI. Wood, we can't beat Wood down because he's slow. I'm just using that as a general term. We changed it to intellectual disability. He can't help it that his brain won't count. You know how our brain goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His brain is 1, 3, 8, 2, 0. That's his brain. His name is not Wood because it's so good. His name is Wood because he smoked. Yeah, entertainment. I heard her say that. Peach, there's another lie. I called him Wood. No, bitch. Everybody in the neighborhood called him Wood because at 13 and 14, he had a black wood hanging out his black lips. You didn't make that up. He had already been named Wood. Just like Pete the Meat. You didn't name him, your dad, Pete the Meat. The bitches in the street named him Pete the Meat because Pete was always putting that meat on somebody. And that meat was so effing good, according to your mother, because, she still thinks she was number one in Pete's life. Oh, God. Ugh. Whole family dysfunctional. And his last name is Underwood. Girl, you didn't make that up. Whole family is just dysfunctional. Even Tracy, when she got on there and tried to make that girl feel bad, your alleged dad, I didn't even know her mama. I know you didn't, because that woman knew that she was scared of you. And everybody had already told her never come up against Tracy because she gonna beat the brakes off of you behind Pete the Meat. So no, you didn't know that girl's mom. She knew better than to come into your presence. Girl. Mm-mm. Anyway, why y'all think ain't nobody wrapped Peach up and folded her like a towel? Why nobody folded her up like a towel? I really want to know. I really want to know. Why has nobody taken her and folded her up like a towel? I don't get it. That's why when all the sisters and everybody was yap 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 yap, that. F all that. F all of that. All that yap yap. Understand what? That wasn't the last 5 seconds in New Jersey, Nika. Girl. If that was my cousin over here telling all about the goddamn business, girl, you getting folded up like a towel. Who you talking about? Who you telling on? I just don't get it. I don't get it. And then she over there fighting with the brother. I mean, her trans brother. Child, listen, I know don't nobody trying to go to jail behind Peach. Wait a minute, let's go back. Let me go back to this one thing, because we got to get off of here because the daughter, y'all keep checking. If the daughter is on somebody's channel, tell me immediately, because this shit is getting clicked right the fuck off. Wait a minute now. Oh, I had a point. Oh, the baby mama had said something about it's gone, forget it. Something she said that didn't make sense. I'm telling you, some of her shit don't even make sense. She needs to write her dates down. Go back to your old diary and tell us if you knew how to write back then. Okay, checking, nothing yet. Let me know, because we're going to click off of here and get over there. Because Peach don't play fair. Nobody got time to play. Nobody playing with Peach. Nobody playing with Peach. Did y'all see the gun that looked like it was barely hanging on in her drawers? Who tucks their gun in their drawers? You gonna tuck that gun in your drawers? You put that gun down up in your drawers. Really? You're disgusting. You're nasty. And who you think scared of that? You got 9 kids in your house. You can't even control Choicey from taking your phone and dancing in his drawers in the middle of the night. But you got a weapon in that house, in that zoo. You got a weapon. You got a weapon. It's a weapon that you keep in your drawers. Girl, bye. Get a snack to get ready for the daughter. Oh, yeah, I might screen record the daughter, child. Let's talk about how she walking around looking like just for me kids on the perm box. Ah, you stupid. Who carries right there under the kangaroo pouch? Holding on in her drawers. Girl, please. She is off. She's unhinged. Unhinged. I'm glad I called a lot. Oh, hi, Winter Baby. But y'all, that's really, listen, that's really all I got. I told you I can't do Peach, but I will, gather up all the information that we have. Overall, let me just give up. This is my, I'm ending now, but let me just say this. Peach Where's Ashley, the hairdresser? Needs to get her again. Okay, Ashley was the only one that said, you know what, not here. You're not going to do this here. And she bebopped her, as she should have. But overall, Peach is desperate for money. Peach is manic. Peach is going to drag. She does this because she gets away with it. There have been no real consequences. Oh, I know what. According to, thank you, Elevated Queen. According to the baby mama, she said that Wood's sister beat Peach up after Peach had went to the house and threw the clothes out during the dad's funeral, allegedly. Well, why ain't nobody record that? I just can't stand this family sometimes. I'm so late. Oh, Rose, I'm going to leave the video up because I didn't cuss too much. Not to cut the baby mama down, but she had to be slow to fool with Wood. He was just a little dirty boy down the street who convinced her to hunch. Might have been aggressive about it. He looked like he'll tear your panties down to your ankles. Mm. So, yeah, that's what that was. Okay, so Peach, honestly, we're going to continue. Well, the content creators are going to continue to debunk all of her lies, which I'm here for. Yes, she has a mental illness. I call manic bipolar manic personality disorder, all of the things. I've said that a zillion times. The first baby mama, girl, get your story together, because my mouth was wide open after you said that somebody let you have a baby at 11 years old. Because, baby, you could have been in the first semester, second semester, third semester, fourth semester, baby hanging out your coochie. It's a wrap. Girl, bye. Ain't no way. And then Tracy, find something else to do. The chicken salad, pasta salad, seafood salad ain't gonna pay no bills. I suggest you go to Amazon, work on the weekends, and get you a solid piece of little extra money, or dance. I don't know, but no, they're not coming back for seconds with your food, and that tells me everything I need to know. Ed, call Big Baby. Ed, call Big Baby. I'm Big Baby. Call me. We need to talk. I'm sick of this shit. You're not gonna have no heart attack and stroke on my watch. Shit. Call me. Rasta, I don't care if you mad at me right now. You can't kick my ass, and I'm not scared of you. Can you kick my ass? 100%. 100%. I got asthma. I can't. I'm out of shape. You would drag my big ass up and down the road. Okay? I know it. You know it. That's why I'm over here talking shit. But I ain't gonna be no easy win half for you. That's all I got. That's all I got. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Let's find. We gotta find. Go over to Roxy channel. I think that's where this lady is going to. Wood baby mama is going to be interviewed by Rasta. Girl, only interview that would be is Rasta beating up. Is Rasta pow that lady. But anywho, girl, I'm gonna put my turban on. I can't make her too mad, because she really getting her feelings about her food. She can't beat everybody. I know she can't. Her strength is in that. I already told y'all. Oh shit, y'all gonna make me do it. I can't find it. Her strength is in her turban. If I fight her, if I can get that turban off, all her strength falls out. That's when I'm bop, 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 bop. But I gotta move fast. I ain't got nothing but 3 good bops in me before the asthma catch me and I'm done up. I ain't got nothing but bow, bow, bow. Asthma, I'm done. But anyway, y'all, thanks for stopping by. I'll see y'all again in a couple of weeks. Unless something significant happens and I'm back on this motherfucker quick. But other than that, that's it. And bye.